Did you know that emotional intelligence can be a stronger predictor of success than IQ? It's true. Studies have shown that people with high emotional intelligence are more likely to excel in their careers, have better relationships, and lead healthier, happier lives. In this video, we'll explore 11 habits that can increase your emotional intelligence and help you navigate life's challenges with ease. From practicing mindfulness to embracing the power of play, these habits will empower you to enhance your emotional intelligence and live a more fulfilling life. Join us on this journey of self-discovery and growth as we uncover the hidden power of emotional intelligence. Are you ready to unlock your full potential? Let's dive in. Chapter 1: The Mirror Effect. Have you ever noticed how your mood can affect those around you? It's called emotional contagion, and it's a real thing. Studies have shown that we can catch emotions from others, especially if we're close to them. This is where the mirror effect comes in. One strategy to increase your emotional intelligence is to practice self-awareness through the mirror effect. This means taking the time to reflect on your own emotions and how they might be influencing others. By understanding your own feelings better, you can become more empathetic towards others. In the book, Emotional Intelligence 2.0, by Travis Bradberry and Jean Greaves, the authors emphasize the importance of self-awareness in improving emotional intelligence. They suggest keeping a journal to track your emotions and identify patterns. Another way to practice the mirror effect is through meditation. Meditation can help you become more aware of your thoughts and feelings without judgment. It can also help you become more present in the moment, which can improve your ability to empathize with others. The mirror effect is not just about reflecting on your own emotions, it's also about mirroring the emotions of others. This doesn't mean you should mimic their feelings, but rather try to understand where they're coming from and respond with empathy. By practicing the mirror effect, you can increase your emotional intelligence and improve your relationships with others. So next time you're feeling a certain way, take a moment to reflect on why and how it might be affecting those around you. Chapter 2: Emotion Gymnastics. Imagine you're in a heated argument with someone. Your emotions are running high, and you feel like you're about to explode. This is where emotion gymnastics comes in. Emotion gymnastics is all about recognizing and managing your emotions, especially in challenging situations. It's about staying calm and composed when things get tough, instead of letting your emotions take over. One strategy for practicing emotion gymnastics is to take a deep breath and count to 10 before responding in a stressful situation. This can give you the time you need to think rationally and respond in a more controlled manner. In the book, Emotional Intelligence: Why It Can Matter More Than IQ, by Daniel Goleman, the author discusses the importance of managing your emotions effectively. He explains that being able to control your emotions can lead to better decision-making and improved relationships. Another strategy for emotion gymnastics is to practice mindfulness. Mindfulness involves paying attention to your thoughts and feelings without judging them. This can help you become more aware of your emotions and how they're affecting you. By practicing emotion gymnastics, you can improve your emotional intelligence and become better at handling challenging situations. So next time you're feeling overwhelmed, try taking a deep breath and practicing mindfulness to help you stay calm and composed. Chapter 3: The Empathy Walk. Have you ever tried to see things from someone else's perspective? It's not always easy, but it's an important skill to have. This is where the empathy walk comes in. The empathy walk is a metaphorical journey where you put yourself in someone else's shoes to understand their feelings and experiences better. It's about stepping outside of your own worldview and trying to see the world through someone else's eyes. One strategy for practicing the empathy walk is to imagine yourself in a specific situation and think about how you would feel. For example, if a friend is going through a tough time, try to imagine what it would be like to be in their shoes. In the book, Emotional Intelligence: Why It Can Matter More Than IQ, by Daniel Goleman, the author discusses the importance of empathy in building strong relationships. He explains that empathy involves not only understanding someone else's feelings but also responding with compassion. Another way to practice the empathy walk is to engage in active listening. Active listening involves fully concentrating on what the other person is saying, rather than thinking about your response. This can help you understand their perspective better and respond empathetically. By practicing the empathy walk, you can improve your emotional intelligence and become more empathetic towards others. So next time you're talking to someone, try to see things from their perspective and respond with empathy. Chapter 4: Language of the Heart. Did you know that the way you express your emotions can have a big impact on how others perceive you? It's true. This is where the language of the heart comes in. The language of the heart is all about using language consciously to express your emotions and build rapport with others. It's about choosing your words carefully to convey your feelings in a way that others can understand and relate to. One strategy for using the language of the heart is to practice emotional granularity. Emotional granularity involves being able to identify and express subtle variations in emotions. For example, instead of simply saying you're feeling bad, you might say you're feeling disappointed or frustrated. In the book Emotional Intelligence 2.0 by Travis Bradberry and Jean Greaves, the authors emphasize the importance of using language effectively in expressing emotions. They suggest practicing emotional granularity to improve your emotional intelligence. Another strategy for using the language of the heart is to pay attention to nonverbal cues. Nonverbal cues, such as facial expressions and body language, can also convey emotions. By being aware of these cues, you can better understand how others are feeling and respond appropriately. By practicing the language of the heart, you can improve your emotional intelligence and become better at expressing your emotions. So next time you're communicating with someone, pay attention to your language and see how it can impact your interactions. Chapter 5. Cultivating Curiosity. Have you ever wondered why some people seem to be more curious than others? It turns out that curiosity plays a big role in emotional intelligence. Cultivating curiosity is all about asking questions and seeking answers to deepen your understanding of yourself and others. One strategy for cultivating curiosity is to ask open-ended questions. Open-ended questions encourage exploration and discovery, leading to a deeper understanding of the topic or person you're curious about. In the book Emotional Intelligence 2.0 by Travis Bradberry and Jean Greaves, the authors discuss the importance of curiosity in improving emotional intelligence. They suggest asking questions like, "Why do I feel this way?" or "What could be causing this person to react like this?" Another way to cultivate curiosity is to explore new ideas and experiences. Trying new things can stimulate your mind and expand your perspective, leading to greater empathy and understanding. By cultivating curiosity, you can increase your emotional intelligence and become more open-minded and empathetic. So next time you're faced with a new situation, ask questions and explore new ideas to deepen your understanding. Chapter 6. The Pause Button. Have you ever said or done something in the heat of the moment that you later regretted? We've all been there. This is where the pause button comes in. The pause button is all about taking a moment to pause and reflect before reacting impulsively. It's about giving yourself the time you need to think rationally and respond in a more thoughtful manner. One strategy for using the pause button is to practice mindfulness. Mindfulness involves paying attention to the present moment without judgment. By practicing mindfulness, you can become more aware of your thoughts and feelings and learn to respond rather than react. In the book Emotional Intelligence, Why It Can Matter More Than IQ by Daniel Goleman, the author discusses the importance of pausing before reacting. He explains that taking a moment to pause can prevent you from saying or doing something you might regret later. Another way to use the pause button is to practice deep breathing. Deep breathing can help calm your mind and body, giving you the clarity you need to respond thoughtfully. By using the pause button, you can improve your emotional intelligence and become better at handling challenging situations. So next time you're feeling overwhelmed, take a deep breath and give yourself the time you need to respond calmly and thoughtfully. Chapter 7. Mindful Listening. Have you ever had a conversation with someone and felt like they weren't really listening to you? It's not a great feeling. This is where mindful listening comes in. Mindful listening is all about fully concentrating on what the other person is saying, without judgment or distraction. It's about giving the speaker your full attention and truly understanding their perspective. One strategy for practicing mindful listening is to maintain eye contact with the speaker. Eye contact can help you stay focused and show the speaker that you're engaged in the conversation. In the book Emotional Intelligence, Why It Can Matter More Than IQ by Daniel Goleman, the author discusses the importance of mindful listening in improving emotional intelligence. He explains that mindful listening can help you understand the emotions behind the words. Another way to practice mindful listening is to paraphrase what the speaker has said. This can help you clarify your understanding and show the speaker that you're actively listening. By practicing mindful listening, you can improve your emotional intelligence and become better at understanding and empathizing with others. So next time you're in a conversation, try to listen mindfully and see how it improves your interactions. Chapter 8. The Gratitude Loop. Have you ever noticed how expressing gratitude can make you feel happier and more content? It's true. This is where the gratitude loop comes in. The gratitude loop is all about expressing gratitude regularly to enhance your emotional well-being. It's about focusing on the positive things in your life and appreciating them fully. One strategy for practicing the gratitude loop is to keep a gratitude journal. In this journal, you can write down things you're grateful for each day, no matter how big or small. This can help you cultivate a mindset of gratitude and positivity. In the book, Emotional Intelligence 2.0, by Travis Bradberry and Jean Greaves, the authors discuss the importance of gratitude in improving emotional intelligence. They suggest that expressing gratitude can enhance your mood and overall well-being. Another way to practice the gratitude loop is to express gratitude to others. Taking the time to thank someone for their kindness or help can not only make them feel appreciated but also deepen your connection with them. By practicing the gratitude loop, you can increase your emotional intelligence and become more positive and resilient. So next time you're feeling down, try focusing on the things you're grateful for and see how it changes your perspective. Chapter 9, Boundary Building. Setting boundaries is an essential part of emotional intelligence. Boundaries are like invisible lines that define what is acceptable and unacceptable behavior in a relationship. They help protect your emotional well-being and ensure that your needs are met. One strategy for building boundaries is to identify your limits and communicate them clearly to others. This can help prevent misunderstandings and conflicts in your relationships. In the book, Boundaries: When to Say Yes, How to Say No to Take Control of Your Life, by Dr. Henry Cloud and Dr. John Townsend, the authors discuss the importance of setting boundaries in all areas of life. They explain that setting boundaries can help you take control of your life and protect your emotional health. Another way to build boundaries is to practice self-care. Self-care involves taking care of your physical, emotional, and mental well-being. By prioritizing self-care, you can strengthen your boundaries and ensure that your needs are met. By building boundaries, you can improve your emotional intelligence and create healthier, more fulfilling relationships. So next time you feel like your boundaries are being crossed, don't be afraid to speak up and assert yourself. Chapter 10, The Power of Play. When was the last time you had fun and played like a child? Believe it or not, playfulness is an important aspect of emotional intelligence. It's about letting go of your inhibitions and embracing joy and spontaneity. One strategy for embracing the power of play is to incorporate playfulness into your daily life. This can be as simple as playing a game with friends or engaging in a creative activity that brings you joy. In the book, Play: How It Shapes the Brain, Opens the Imagination, and Invigorates the Soul, by Dr. Stuart Brown, the author discusses the importance of play in improving emotional intelligence. He explains that playfulness can help reduce stress and improve relationships. Another way to embrace the power of play is to cultivate a sense of curiosity and exploration. Try new things and don't be afraid to make mistakes. Playfulness is all about embracing the unknown and enjoying the journey. By embracing the power of play, you can increase your emotional intelligence and bring more joy and creativity into your life. So next time you're feeling stressed or overwhelmed, take a moment to play and see how it improves your mood. Chapter 11, Authenticity Amplifier. Authenticity is about being true to yourself and living in alignment with your values. It's about being honest and transparent in your thoughts, feelings, and actions. Authenticity is a key component of emotional intelligence because it allows you to connect with others on a deeper level. One strategy for amplifying authenticity is to practice self-awareness. Self-awareness involves knowing your strengths, weaknesses, values, and emotions. By being aware of who you are, you can live authentically and align your actions with your values. In the book, Daring Greatly: How the Courage to be Vulnerable Transforms the Way We Live, Love, Parent, and Lead, by Brené Brown, the author discusses the importance of authenticity in building strong relationships. She explains that being authentic requires vulnerability and courage. Another way to amplify authenticity is to practice vulnerability. Vulnerability involves being open and honest about your thoughts and feelings, even if it means risking rejection or judgment. By being vulnerable, you can deepen your connections with others and live more authentically. By amplifying authenticity, you can increase your emotional intelligence and create more meaningful relationships. So next time you're faced with a decision, choose authenticity over conformity and see how it transforms your life.